Your home is there somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Those who transcend the Shimmer Pool after a liberation rite, the fall shall send them on their way. I suppose that it would be unfair if we could simply fly. Where can I land? You make landing on Sacred Mount Elodial, upon whose summit the next liberation rite shall soon take place. You wonder who among you may regain his or her freedom this time. Volfred finds you after the post-flight inspection. We shall have to take the rest of the trip to Fall of Salim by land. Maybe we soon liberate another of our own there. We should raise the chances that our plan shall ultimately succeed. You find Pamitha by herself again, though her expression has grown darker than her custom. Leave me be, would you, reader darling? Trying to get some good and proper moping done here, and you're distracting me. Leave me be, reader, just leave me be, reader, just leave me be. You don't want to know what's lurking in my heart or mind. What you'll find there isn't pretty. Yet something about her thought process is different to you now. You know that with her conditioning, she can resist your scrutiny, but now her thoughts are laid bare to you. See what she's thinking. Pamitha seems to be inviting you into her thoughts. You remain there in that lonesome space with her. What is it going to take, I wonder, Tamitha? Shall I just go ahead and kill them all? Would that be proof enough, perhaps, about my loyalties to you and to our sisters? Perhaps I ought to start with this one right in front of me. The bond between you severs as Pamitha opens her eyes and stares at you. Then she smiles sweetly and gives a gentle laugh. You see, reader darling, my thoughts are rather cumbersome at times. But do not fear, I have them very well under control. Still, thoughts being the loathsome things they are, I nonetheless cannot fully suppress them. She exhales and looks askance. You know by now why I am in this mess with all of you. You could say I lacked Tamitha's sense of commitment, her zeal. She lives only to see your nation overthrown, or sometimes worse, if she could have it her way. Centuries of conflict can be quite emboldening that way, especially when one's sister's leading cause of death is Commonwealth forged steel. Wielded with the utmost of mercy, of course. Well, I had little patience for the senselessness of it myself, became a bit of a pariah, I suppose. I know Tamitha was going to get herself and the others killed someday, so when she was to fly out on this one big mission of hers, I had other arrangements made. But after she was caught, your people did not exactly uphold their end of the bargain. I knew there was such risk, of course, and yet a chance is still a chance. Tamitha was clipped and cast down, a mercy they called it. I did not see it that way, and in my growing protest of her treatment, I was soon enough to follow. She falls silent for a while. I haven't yet decided if I entirely regret my actions, but I do seek Tamitha's forgiveness and wish that she could see my thoughts for what they are, as it seems you can. Damn. That's a lot. So, her sister was leading an attack on humans. Pamitha made a deal with humans and said, I'll tell you where the attack's coming from if you let her go. And they're like, yeah, okay. And so she told him, and then they caught her sister and clipped her wings and threw her into the downside. And she's like, hey, yo, that's not what we agreed to. And then they clipped her wings and threw her into the downside. Then she might realize our nation's people have much more in common than she knows. Sometimes I wonder which of them's the stupider. She brushes past you and out of the wagon for now. Alright, let's read a lore bit. The ashen effigy of the nightmare titan Zilvius Horseheaded looms as dark as ever on the precipices of Black Basin, where her chaotic influence sunders the land itself until it wept with fire. The very instant that our graceful friend Triesta Tithys finally laid to rest the greater titan with the power of the holy scepter of the empire, the stars shone down upon us with all-blinding light. Triesta thought that she could bear her children in the warmth there, but alas, now the stars revisit that locale with regularity. The fissures in the rocks do pose more danger than one ought invite, but a summons to the nest is to be honored. Seek the nomad scribe's favor. Later that day, you accompany Pamitha into the fading glory of Emperor's Fall, where a monument to Golgotha awaits you. Perhaps due to the nature of this place, you begin to sense Pamitha's inner thoughts as clear as if she were speaking aloud. Talking to the dead again, Pamitha? Fine, why not? Ought to keep your mind off things. Just don't go getting your hopes up. Your life back there, it wouldn't be any better anyway. Soon you and she are finished paying your respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Golgotha has shown you favor. At dawn you shall begin your ascent. For now, the solitude here is fit for pursuing your vocations. Pamitha gained +2 hope for the next ride. So I can give a bunch of XP to one person. This knight shall be your eager protege. You sit down with Sir Gilman and go over some of the subtler aspects of the rites, such as the state of banishment and how to return from it. You sense he is beginning to understand. Huzzah! Great wisdom clouds over this knight's entire consciousness. Choose a mastery. If Sir Gilman and all allies are banished, he instantly returns. After Gilman banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies shall instantly return. Let's get this one. This knight has little fear of banishment should his self-sacrifice help clear a path for his compatriots. Continue. Tizo wants to go this way. Gilman wants to go this way. Tizo. My man. My imp. On the way to the summit, you pass a monument to Under King Ores, and Tizo happens to take notice. You wish for good fortune in the coming rite and in your plan. As for Tizo, hello again, old friend. I hope the stars are comforting to you. Oh my god, he's talking in my head. These Nightwings are as strong of spirit as I have seen. Please look after them. He says little after paying his respects. However, as you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense Under King Ores has shown you favor. Tizo gains +3 glory for the next rite. So is it Tizo and the Harpy both have bonuses for the next rite? You and your companions gather once more at the Scribe's Gate, where a single narrow trail leads upward toward the summit past an archway carved of stone. Come this way, please. The minstrel leads you towards the archway where his counterpart awaits. The exiles of the Nightwings have returned. They have. Greetings, Celeste. She all but ignores him and motions to the rest of you. Now then, each of you, in turn please state your name and what it is that you seek while crossing Scribe's Gate. Please do just as she says. Everyone steps forth, one after another, much like before. Sir Gilman passes through the gate. Pamitha passes through the gate. Ruki passes through. Tizo passes through. Faye passes through. Jody passes through. Volford passes through. No one is left to go but you. You step forth and declare yourself as you did before. The Guardian of Scribe's Gate regards you with a still expression, then she addresses all of you in her formal manner. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. The lone minstrel glances up at the gate guardian. You have our gratitude, Celeste. But she pays him no heed. Again, you gain the top of Mount Elodial, from which the downside sprawls before you. You wonder whether one among you shall follow headwind from this place. Pamitha is staring out the window as you approach. I miss flying, reader darling. Take it from me. It feels as good as you'd expect. It's not enough for those Commonwealth brutes to cast us down here if they can get their fingers on us. They make sure we never fly again as we once did. All while calling it an act of mercy. Let me ask you something. You've learned a thing or two. What have your studies taught you of my kind? Let's see. Commonwealth rumors and folktales are to be taken with a healthy dose of skepticism. You admit to having little knowledge of the harps or the high wing remnants, other than your limited experience with and Commonwealth hearsay. Oh, come now, there's no need to be so modest. Surely you've heard much of the terrors that we've caused, that we slew and ate all of our males and the like. Here I was hoping you'd indulge me a bit. My kind certainly aren't known for their good sense of humor, I can tell you that. My little tongue got me into no small amount of difficulty till I learned to keep it well under control. The mountains I come from, the views there certainly are something, but there's a bleakness to it, too. Being surrounded only by those consumed by the desire to avenge. We're very proud like that. Everybody vying to be the strongest, to kill the most of you. That way we might just get a shot with the prince. Continue the line, if he even exists. Imagine that being the best case scenario, darling. She shakes her head. Anyway, I was just thinking I rather enjoy the traveling we've done. The change of scenery does me some good. Perhaps I'll stick to wandering after all this. In fact, I've got a fancy for some wandering right now, if you'll excuse me. She heads out of the wagon into the old masonry of Mount Elodial. Okay. Hey guys, you know, it gets real awful cold up here sometimes, waiting for customers, so come on in, okay? Good luck in the big battle thing you've got, where you're going. Heard it's gonna be exciting for my friends. It seems almost pointless he has all these trinkets for sale, because everyone has a single inventory slot. Alright. We'll see you guys around. Now comes the big choice. The time has come for your second liberation rite to commence. You observe the lone minstrel and Volfred speaking in hushed tones, but cannot sense the topic or the tone. Then, Volfred looks up to you. I sense that you're feeling as prepared as possible, my boy. Each rite is consequential to our journey in its own respect, though these liberation rites have a more immediate effect. It's somewhat crass, however. I've gone and estimated by how much each of our companions may contribute to the outcome of our plan should they be liberated here. Factors such as their previous occupation, innate tendency to lead, and oratory skill contributed to my assessment. It's nothing personal, for we are all in this together. Besides, we all ought to return in time if possible. Know simply that for each one of us who goes, in so doing, he or she raises our total chances of success. Reader, sir, this night you shall confront the withdrawn. They have already appointed Milde to be liberated should they manage to prevail. We all have faith in you, my boy, and lo, even the stars agree on this account. So we have to pick someone that if we win, we lose them. At the start of the rite, your adversary's Pyre gains 30 health. Total bonus if you prevail plus 3% enlightenment. Yo, I lost the last battle because I took this last time, and if I had won, it was going to be 3% more XP. That better be 3% of the whole XP bar. All right, no, I'm not taking it. No, turn that off. We're not taking another challenge mode. That just extends the game by hours. Got that pipe organ going right now.
The Night Wings have returned unto the fall of Solium, at which the scribes first formed their sacred union. At stake this night is freedom and prosperity. But only for one exile who prevails in this liberation rite. Your many adversaries all did strive to earn this opportunity. 'Twas the withdrawn which earned it. Who shall be absolved is up to all of you.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the withdrawn, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. The bog dweller Udmilde appears from the shadows and reaches for her mask. So we are known to be Witch Udmilde, our adversaries. They are nothing to us or the one we serve. Ye all shall be devoured in the coming age, an age of strife, wrought down by the fell wings and many-seeing eyes of Yislak, the astral-born. You speak blasphemy upon this sacred rite, Udmilde. If you value your liberty, I suggest you cease your mocking of the scribes. The scribes, they failed to stop Yislak. He shall rise again. As for ye Nightwings, you're of no consequence in Yislak's grand design. She dons her mask once more. Soon we shall return unto the land on which Yislak shall usurp, where we shall offer him our blood and that of many, many others. So we lost 20 life immediately because of some passive they have. Now then, have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct the liberation rite? Reader, I am bound to tell you once more, the first companion whom you choose shall all go free this night if you prevail. Only the enlightened may be anointed. Not all among you may yet be ready. The other two chosen for the triumvirate lend their aid. Nightwings, make your decision.
Who would you set free?
Wait, where's the book? Wait, what? Dude, okay. So, Sandalwood said he wrote in the book notes on which person would be the best person to set free, but I can't see the book from this screen. Alright. Unfortunate. I can't set Ruki free. I was considering it. So, look at the XP bar. It looks like somewhere around there is enough to set them free. Alright, so Faye, Jody, Tizo. That's it. Those are the options. Faye has spent all her life in the wilds. She likes the wilds. Tizo doesn't mind it. Jody's probably the one that would like to get out of here most. But also, it would kind of hurt to lose her. She's kind of my goalie right now. There's really no replacement for what she does for my team. You like challenges, though? I feel like okay, for roleplay, in terms of the story, I feel like if either of these two get free, they're not going to be able to do anything on the other side to help the rest of us get free. Jody might. So, assuming that I'm understanding this correctly, although it would really kind of suck to lose her, I think she might be best. Also, she's one of the ones who's been in the party the longest, so she kind of deserves it. If that is your wish. Wow, she's so hyped.
Stand with her.
We're fighting the witch that has the two imp sidekicks that are kind of dumb. I'm so torn. He's got the second largest presence, which is the aura size.
Tizo.
Scrap!
Ruki.
Don't have to ask me twice, not after everything Jody and I've been through.
It is done.
Soon, Yislog. Very soon we shall release thee. Oh wait, it's all witches this time. Last time it was a witch and 2 dogs. As for ye Nightwings, we have much in store for ye.
Commence.
Oh, what? Ah, crap. No! Alright, 20 points. Haha. 28 damage. Glory dive. Oh, shoot, there was like residual for a while after that hit. Dang it. I thought that would hit them first. What? Their aura was bigger? Oh my god, what a raging aura! Woo! What? The orb, oh my god, the orb landed on the fire. That wasn't even from a throw. Oh my gosh. Isla, we invoke thee, for we seek thy ancient strength. Befoul our enemies within thy blood. Damnation to the Night Wings, damnation to the Scribes. The invocation of Yislok, your adversary witch Udmilde's curse shall summon forth dark pools of banishing ichor, wheresoever any exile is banished here this night. Ref? Yo, referee.
Ah, the foul witch Udmilda. Would that she serve the scribes as faithfully as the monstrosity which she adores. Get out, Tizo.
Where's my... Yo! Oh, I did not realize he had actually picked that up. Move, move, move!
Oh.
Bro. My people are, like, respawning and dying instantly.
To each his own.
I'm like getting stuck on these puddles. These aren't banishing puddles, they're like walls. They're getting in the way.
Ruki doused the adversary's flames.
Okay, one more.
No more than a lick of flame remains. Quite the close call there, no?
Mm-hmm.
And there it is.
Got it.
Last.
Jody, be free!
The Night Wings proved their worth. Rather convincingly.
Alright, so now
I
it's gonna
must
be a
admit.
smaller aura, but I guess our imp is now our goalie.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds. Return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Know that this affront against Yislok has been recorded, and his vengeance shall darken the skies. The demon statue is rising. I wonder if that happened last time or if it's related to Jody. After all this time. She turns her gaze towards the rest of you. I never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, for doing this for me. The life that I recall back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, know this, if that place still is like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better, for as long as I retain my strength and breath. You see her smile faintly as she disappears into the shimmer pool, though you still can hear her voice, though faintly now. Farewell then, reader, all of you, for now. Dariel earned back her freedom. May she return in glory.
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
I'll say this, the game itself, I'm enjoying this game, but fundamentally, I think it has a huge problem, which I'll try to explain in a second. The people that you like to play the most are the ones that will get the most XP. The ones that get the most XP are the ones that will unlock new talents and stuff like that. However, you have to have the people above a certain minimum amount of XP in order to free them. So you're forced to free those people. So the people that will be close to getting the good talents are the ones that you let go. So there may be like one person who gets the like bottom row of talents and then you keep them and then you keep cycling the others, but you're not going to see most of the good talents for most of them. And I feel like that's unfortunate. Like the game very much encourages you, like whoever you're leveling up, to throw out. And it's kind of frustrating.
The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours.
You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the Withdrawn in the Liberation Rite. Kururu! Tizo wishes Jodariel a safe journey home. Feels quieter already, huh? You succeeded in liberating Jodariel, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. We did what we could. With each liberation rite, we strive to advance the plan. A brighter future awaits at the end of our path, for now we must persevere. Speaking of which, reader, I take it you have seen the stars, or should I say the lack thereof? You have or did. Once again, the sky is all abyssal darkness, following the liberation rite. No stars illuminate themselves to guide you further on your path. Then let us go once more to Moonlight Alcove. I've an errand I must run besides once we arrive. Best we recover now and make our way southward at first light. After the liberation of Jodariel, you find the lone minstrel back in the wagon, looking as though no such thing has just occurred this night. You think you see him tilt his head as you approach. Some words of congratulations are in order for this evening. I should think, reader, and so congratulations on prevailing in the liberation rite. Surely Jodariel shall be most grateful, and her safe return into your commonwealth ought benefit the plan in which you all now play a part. As for your adversaries of the Withdrawn, this must have been a bitter loss for them and Udmilde, although they must have known their chance was far from certain. Thus shall we all await the next turn of the cycle of the rites. Celeste and I are to return to our respective duties for the time, as now Scribe's Gate is sealed. I await when next we all shall meet. When next you may yet live up to the glory of the Nightwings in the eyes of the 8 scribes, which yet shine down for us. He trails off, then nods to you in his cordial manner, and bids you a good rest of the evening. Let me check this book. Okay, where's the thing on... He said he had notes on who would be the best person to free for the plan. I don't see anything on that. Alright, let's read